You see how many billboards he put up? You see how much trips he got? That's pep money. Pep money. But I have outlined all my plans in the manifesto I circulated. I won't go through all of them, but there will be development and youth opportunities for all of us in East Bastille. We'll make it our parks safer and more secure with a new fencing in Boardwalk and Taylors. We will build better homes in East Street. Those homes that from 1950 something, in the 1950s, those old CHO houses, we are going to demolish them and put some 20 units on East Street, 20 brand new condominium units, and transform East Street. We will develop 12 more units behind the East Bus Terminal over there in Ponds Extension. The condominium the condominium units, one-bedroom units for those single mothers and single men who have been left out. We'll build a brand new basketball court in Boardwalk. And we are going to create at Port Zante a marina to the east through the reclamation of some 7 acres of land, going as far as salt bulk installation, and that too will not only transform Newtown, but it will transform East Bastille and transform Bastille, period. We will continue. Yes, you're ticking, yes. We will continue the Alternative Pathway Program, because just yesterday I had discussions with over 25 of those youth. We heard of the crime reduction, 75% or more reduction in crime. And we have to, as I said to those young men yesterday, you have to enhance, you have to promote your own self-value. To err is human, and no one except Jesus Christ who walked on this earth, no one else is perfect except Jesus Christ. So we have to support these young men, encourage them. They want love, and we must give them love. I want to address the 22 or more families down there in Turtle Beach, the Stones, the Pereiras, the Kassabs, and others. I commit during the next term in office that we will pave that dirt road to access your properties up there in the Turtle Beach development. Look at downtown Bastille, our Independence Square. We need to address it, and I will address it. We will address it, and we will build bathrooms for public access down there in Independence Square, and improve the housing stock down there. We'll also improve the housing stock, beg your pardon, in East Bastille. And don't forget Wellington Road. Look at those beautiful buildings. Aren't they beautiful? Who could come and tell you they're going to build new houses on Wellington Road and West Street? Tell him, Patches, I don't do that. In closing, though, I want to thank all those who continue to support and pray for me and pray with me. There's so many people who call me and tell me that they're praying for me, and I'm eternally grateful. a lady by the name of Nurse Isaac, retired nurse, called me last week. And she said to me, Patches, they are beating up on you, and I don't know why. And she said to me, she has lived all her life in St. Kitts, and she has never seen any government in such a short space of time implement so many projects for Team Unity. She said she'd never seen any minister who worked as hard as you. And she said, I am praying for you. And we went together in prayer. And she reminded me that God is the absolute judge. She reminded me that promotion cometh neither from the east, nor the west, nor the south. But God is the judge who sets up and puts down. And to Nurse Isaac, I want to say thank you for your telephone call and your prayers. It is always imperative to say thanks as well, and to give special thanks to my fellow constituents in East Bassett Hill. You know me? You know me? Continue to put your confidence in me. Continue to place your trust in me. And I'll be eternally grateful for this support for the rest of my life. I will be eternally grateful because the people of East Bassett Hill, the people of constituency number 1, in 2015, you had a choice, and you chose me. And I made a commitment, and I will never let you down. Some have peddled all sorts of accusations and lies about me in an effort to besmirch my character. But it's a good thing that you know me. When I came and offered myself in service to you, the people of East Bassett Hill, I brought with me, when combined, 4 decades, 40 years of experience in the private and the public sectors. I brought, and it whetted my appetite to serve you, I can say to you. I brought also along with me one thing. I brought along with me one thing. That is my good name. And I will always defend my good name. When I leave this political arena, after one more term in office, I intend to leave with one good thing, one thing in my family, and that is my good name. I make that point, my family, because obviously there are some vicious and malicious people out there who cannot stand the performance of this Team Unity government and the performance of this poor boy from Newtown. They can't stand it. Growing up as a young boy, I had to sleep on lodging. I had to stoop over a pit latrine. How many of us know pit latrine? And you remember the mockingbirds? I used to stoop on the latrine because of the mockingbirds. And you know, when it started to get full, the mockingbirds start to fly. So I have that experience. I know about that. In the beginning of my high school years, I had one white shirt. One white shirt. I had to wash it Every other day I wash mine. Every other day I used to wash mine. Just to look good. In order to look decent and respectable. I had no father around me. My mother went to Curacao when I was 6 years old. And God bless my grandmother, Eunice Proctor Taylor Liebert. She brought me up and taught me well. Mama taught me, I should say, how to cook, wash, and iron. She also taught me how to work hard for what I needed. So I have come tonight to tell you, my family, have no fear. Because no insidious attempts at my personal destruction will succeed. Every attempt will fail. Because God Almighty is the absolute judge. And I will continue to trust in Him. Because He will never let me be ashamed. There are 5 days until East Bastia votes whether they choose a stronger, safer future. In 5 more days. Are you ready? Are you ready?
People, are you ready?
We cannot go back to the past. With the same old labor, the same old leader, and the same old policies. We ain't going back there. I have a long-term plan for East Basseterre, including in Newtown, in New Pond site, in Ponds Extension, in Bird Rock, in Frigate Bay, and the families at Turtle Beach Development. I have a plan for them. And that plan includes new jobs, better housing, and safer streets. A vote for me is a vote for Team Unity's plan for safer streets, better housing, and new jobs. Do not leave it up for chance. Akila been employing you all night to get 10 votes or voters with you. Everyone counts. Every single vote counts. So I beg you to go out on Friday and go early. That's early, but that's good. And interestingly enough, Friday is World Environment Day. It is a People's Day to show care and support for the earth and the environment. In this context, I implore you, my fellow citizens, friends, and my fellow constituents, I beg you to come Friday to show your care and support for a safer, brighter future by voting in number 1, you vote for the hat. In number 2, you vote for the, say that loud, you vote for the hat. In number 3, you vote for the, we're going to sod him, we're going to sod him, we're going to sod him. In number 4, you put back on your hat. When you go, your hat. In number 5, you vote for the hat. In number 6, we're going to sod him. In number 8, you vote for the hat. In number 7, you got a good carpenter. Sodom. It's Harris again. And when you go across to Nevis, you want a hammer in the hand and you pong them. You pong them in number 9, pong them in number 10, pong them in number 11. And I've been hearing all week, and I was a little reluctant. But tonight, when I see the people, I want all 11. I want all 11. We can't allow them to get back here. We are not going back to the past. The past, as the Deputy Prime Minister said, was a past that we don't want to repeat. I don't even like to talk about being the murder capital of the world. I don't like it at all. We were one of the highest detonations in the world. Almost a 300% debt to GDP. Under your team, Unity Administration, and your astute Minister of Finance and Prime Minister, we have gone beyond the standard set to what, 58% to GDP? 55, I'm told. And the standard is 60. And we have gone past that. 12 years in advance, it was predicted that countries should be at 60% GDP by the year 2032. We had it 2 years. No math is my strongest weak point, right? So 2030. And we did it. In what year? 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So your captain is leading the ship. The captain we have in the ship is a good captain. We are living in a world that is filled with unpredictabilities. We are living in a world that's filled with so many uncertainties. We are living in unprecedented times. And these times require sound leadership. You said proper leadership. You said proper leadership. And you know, it's not an easy feat. When the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a grinding halt, we all panicked. But it's a good thing we had a leader, and a strong leader. Who saved for the rainy day. And he put out $120 million as a stimulus package. In the old days, when we had a hurricane and the roof get damaged, the old gone party gave us half of a tarpaulin. Some get no tarpaulin at all. How many in here got the roof fixed? Stand up. Under your team, Unity Administration, we got the whole roof fixed. No more sleeping with a bucket on your bed. Under your team, Unity Administration. Under your team, Unity Administration, my friend said to me, Patches, when I go up to Rams or Best Buy or Value Mart with $100, I could buy now $17 worth of relish. On the team Unity, your $100 worth of $100 when you buy food. So why you want to change? There's no reason to change. No reason to change. We ain't going back there. We have sound leadership in your team, Unity Administration, and come Friday, vote for a stronger, safer future God bless you. I love you. Dear Lord.
He done do that. He Santa Cruz there. He done do that. East and West Bus Station. He done do that. The Island Main Road. He done do that. I know you. You know me.
I know you. You know me. Everything they could think about, everything they could come with, everything that we always talking about, Patches, done, do that. So there ain't nothing they could come with now. And he done list out all his plans that he got set and ready for the new term, you know. And so nobody gonna come and think they're gonna try to steal his plans. Because he is the only one who could effectively get it done. He done proved that already in the first term. So we're expecting so much more in the second term. Give it up for your representative from East Bastille, the Honorable Ian Patches Lyburn.
You know me. Number one is Patches Lyburn constituency. I know you.
Well, I know it appears that the Prime Minister have been itching to speak all night. All night he on his feet and he get ready to go. So I could only imagine what we in for tonight. Because whenever you see he gets an antsy, it means that we in for quite a treat tonight, you know. But we ain't going there yet. Just before I introduce the Prime Minister, I am told that today is Mother's Day in Santo Domingo. So I'm going to try a little Spanish. So to all of our Santo Domingo mothers, Feliz Dia de la Madre. All right, I get it right. Happy Mother's Day to you. And so now it is time for us to bring to the podium the man who has steered the ship, the man who has led us, the man who knows how to take care of the country's finances, the man who ensures that now that we are in COVID-19, everything's smooth sailing because we have a cushion. Can you imagine what this country would have been like if it was not for that man? We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the IMF debt. We can't do that at all. Under his leadership, even before now, every time he touches the Ministry of Finance, surplus after surplus after surplus. There's nobody else in the region that can do that. Everybody needs to take a page out of his book. But just before he comes, just switch over to a video now to give you more information.
I am glad to be here this evening.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
I am glad to be here this evening among our comrades. It has been just a few months since I took the bold step to become a candidate in this great movement.
And as far as you're concerned, unless you're scripted, you're useless.
My decision to serve the people of East Bastille in this capacity is because of true love and service.
Unless you're scripted, you're useless.
To the residents of constituency number 1, my comrades and others.
Now let me tell you, Mr. Speaker, unless he's in with a question in his hand written by someone on his staff, and with a speaker, he's useless.
Build St. Kitts and Nevis as an economy, but more than an economy, as a society.
It's so amazing to see my people living in harmony.
Our young people in particular, with all of their potential to be creative, with all of their talents, We can't lose them to crime and murder, and we will not. Children are the future of our communities, and it is they who will write the next positive chapter in this federation's history.
Look how the place full of energy. When we say energy,
to maintain peace and security in St. Kitts and Nevis, and to make the country I love the safest country in the world, we will go the full 10 yards.
one make a money get you bread butter. Peace and dance a keep no argument. We don't want no one peace, one no strength. Some with bad mind can't do well possessed with them evil mess. But what will find Afghanistan? Shall we beat you like ticket to Pakistan? Look how the nation is on the rise. Look how the place just full of vibes.
You see that passion? That is a man who loves his country. A man who believes that he has to do all that he can to keep moving our country forward. The man that we have chosen as part of our team Unity to lead us into the next term. I bring to the mic the man that have been waiting all night to share with you, the Honorable Timothy Harris.
Truth and the light, Jesus. You never leave me, no forsake me. Except you build a house, the builders build in vain. Me, I go follow you to go. Anywhere you lead me, I don't go. Jesus, my life is for your glory, your glory.
Thank you, St. Kitts and Nevis. We are happy to be here again, and on this occasion to present our candidate of choice to the people of East Pasteur. And East Pasteur has one simple choice: to vote for Ian Patches Liburd come Friday. Patches Liburd is an outstanding performer of the Team Unity administration. And so when you go out to vote on Friday, you must ensure that the safer and stronger future which we have been promising is secured. To secure it, Ian Patches Liburd must be returned as your representative. Nowhere to go. I feel so pleased at the energy and the excitement that prevail tonight. I feel confident that the warriors from the East shall deliver. And I say thank you in advance. Just as I say thank you to the people of number 7 who have never let me down. I say thank you to all the people who, when they take an honest look at our country, they have to confess. Whatever the faults or the mistake of the Team Unity government, it has done well on behalf of the majority of people in St. Kitts and Nevis. When you look at what we have done to public safety and security, we have made St. Kitts and Nevis in less than 5 years the safest place to live, to work, to be. They can't contest that. We tried something new, and it has worked. And the peace is working. And they have a problem with it. I want to say, when you look at our outreach to the poor and the needy, they can't match us. Before Team Unity, hurricanes would come. And you would be lucky if anybody remember you with a piece of tarpaulin. Under Team Unity, over 2,500 families got their homes repaired, and some of them got brand new homes. Thank God. For Team Unity. I was impressed tonight when I heard the lady from Keon said under the past government, when they closed the sugar industry over the dead body of the man that was, but he's still alive, when only 968 persons benefited, and her father, who had spent, like my father, all of his working life working in the sugar industry, under Douglas got $1,500. On the Team Unity, $25,000. Give your government a round of applause. Yes, a lot of money. We are the best government. And if you are looking for performance, you judge us on what we have done so far, because you could take that to the bank, that Team Unity shall continue in the second term to perform. To ensure that we move forward to the stronger and safer future, we brought some new competent persons to the team. Akila Byron Nisbet, the best choice for West Barstow. Akila can do what Congress can't. Akila will deliver for the people of West Barstow. We brought to the team. She can do it. Ambassador John L. Powell with new energy, love for the people of Central Barstow. And he has a plan for the people of Central Barstow. We brought Ninky Kevin Williams to represent the people of number 6, because the future must be different from the past. The people of number 6 can't go back to that which was rejected and which the court drive out of the parliament. And there is something novel and historic about it. Never in the Commonwealth Caribbean has a leader of the opposition been forced out of the parliament by a court. And it is shameful, because what the other MPs would have done, once they recognize they did it in Jamaica, they did it in Australia, they did it in New Zealand. Once somebody draw the wrong to their attention, they say, well, Lord, we didn't know. We misread. Now we know better. We will resign and save the parliament and the country. The shame of going to the court. An ordinary MP would have done that. A leader of the opposition should have known better. Better. And you know, while we are looking to the future, they have gone back to the past. You listen to their platform, they've gone back to the past. A number of past persons have now come back again together, run out of ideas, and they continue to live in the past. I am confident that the Team Unity government in its second term will be so much stronger because we have Ian, Patches, Liebert, your man, as part of the government. And I encourage you to vote early for Ian, Patches, Liebert. I am so happy. I am so happy tonight when I see the stalwarts who made it happen in 2015 are here like you and you and you and you and you listening to Radio Land. You made it happen because you understood that the country could not continue the way it was going. You gave us the opportunity to preside over the government at such a time like this. Patches gave the analogy. All over the world, COVID mashing up countries. America on its knees. Italy locked down. England confused. When people look to a country that has successfully managed COVID-19, it is St. Kitts and Nevis to which they turn. Whether it is the BBC News, or them a call me, me not call them. Whether it is Sky News, or them a call me, me not call them. Whether it is the newspapers in Jamaica, the radio station in the BVI, they look to your Prime Minister to say how we have been so successful so far. And I give all the credit to you, the people, for your discipline, for your compliance with the rules, and for your commitment to see this two working together. And that is why I say that we shall continue. And I want to say something that upset them, and I don't know why. The borders are closed. The borders are closed for health reasons. And nobody will come to our country as they like. Can't happen. And I hear that there are some people who don't know how to behave, don't want to respect the laws of the land, who said if they can't come by here with the COVID, they will come by sea. The seaports are closed. And I have accordingly advised the Coast Guard to be on alert. And if we need to get some drones, I will sign off for it. I will sign off on it. Because you see, we went through a lot with this COVID. And it is not yet over till it's all over. For a long while, St. Vincent said they had no new cases. All of a sudden, 7 on them. Antigua had no cases. all of a sudden one drop on them. And I am saying I'm not taking the chance. I am not taking that chance. So in accordance with the law, the borders shall remain closed. Harris again. We are defending our country. We wish every country well. And my advice to our people, wherever they are, try to be safe. Abide by the laws in the country in which you are. If you are in Taiwan, obey the law. If you are in Germany, obey the law. If you are in the US of A, obey the law. And if you are in St. Kitts and Nevis, damn well obey our law.
Out, stay out. Who in, stay in. Who out, stay out. Either you're in, or you're out. Either you're in, or you're out. Election time is here again. We vote in unity. So jump on the victory train. We vote in unity. Who in, stay in. Who out, stay out. Who in, stay in. Who out, stay out. Either you're in, or you're out. Either you're in, or you're out.
Lord, you see how sweet our meeting be and our virtual. This really is an historic occasion. We need serious leadership. Leadership committed to the future. It is all right for people to say, open up the borders for a moment. But you have gone through 24-hour lockdowns. We started carefully to open up. 2 days of shopping, 4 days of shopping, 5 days of shopping, and now it's 7 days. We're going so good and in order. We're going so good and in order. Why shall we transmit? Why shall we? I hear Barbados say they closed the port until July or something like that. Everybody who got common sense know that since the COVID-19, by and large, has come imported to in our country, part of our response must be to close the ports. Bush did it, England did it, Italy did it, Taiwan did it, and St. Kitts and Nevis has done it for the benefit of the people. And until such time as it is necessary, and you, safety will always come first. And if by chance, for some compelling reason, someone has to come in, they have to go in a quarantine. They have to go in a quarantine. And they have to be tested before they can leave the quarantine. That is the rule. And that is all intended in the context of public safety. There is nothing more to it. We could never have predicted there will be a COVID. No country was prepared for it. One of the big questions being asked, how come the CIA and the FBI did not properly predict what was happening in China? How come nobody knew what was happening? They didn't know. And they caught them off guard. England didn't know, got caught off guard. So many people died. In America, over 200,000 people died. That are more than who is living here now. We have had families of our sons and daughters who fall dead in the USA as a result of COVID-19. We extend our condolences to all who mourn their loss. Some of them were nurses, some were entertainers. The loss of any life is a tragedy. But the loss through the torturous death of a COVID death is even more painful. And that is why we say when people make a plan that they want hundreds and thousands of people to come from COVID hotspots, they're not concerned about the country. They're concerned about themselves. They are being selfish. They are being selfish. And they want you to fall sick, you to die for their short-term agenda. They have no shame, no love for country, only love for themselves. The hot spots in America, you should know. New York, Florida, New Jersey. So we want whoever we have there, friends and loved ones and well-wishers, we say keep safe. Try and protect yourself. Try and protect yourself and walk with the rules there until such time when you are able to do something safely. Do not risk it. Do not risk your health, because when you lose your health, it's hard to get it back. And the life you will save could be your very own. So that is what we are saying to our people. Our first job is to keep the people here safe. And this is what we are doing. That is why crime is down over 60% over last year. Major crimes are down. They used to like that and make that like the Listerine and Freedom Radio. Every time they talk about crime. Not now. Thanks to the young men and women, their families who have encouraged them to a new way of productive engagement. Thanks for the new opportunities that Team Unity has provided to them. Alternative jobs, entrepreneurship. They have their own businesses. In Cairn, they have set up their own farms. In Sandy Point, they have opened car rentals, doing legitimate work, and we shall encourage them on that new path of productivity and entrepreneurship. And in Canary, and in Bastia, new things are happening and will continue to happen. I feel so happy for all the young people. Proud for you too. All the people in St. Kitts and Nevis. So many of them. Even if you yourself were not personally favored with something, you could point to a friend. You could point to a cousin. You could point to a family member. Over 3,000 housing solutions. Some through the NHC health program, removing pit latrine, giving you a modern bathroom. You could point to someone. Over 2,500 people got assistance from the hurricane. First time in history, you can point to someone. You saw them in TV. best government ever in the world. In the world. That is what we are. Imagine nowhere else in the world, nowhere else in the world, a government give people extra month's salary. And we have been able to do it 4 years in a row, back to back. Back to back. We unveiled the largest stimulus package in the region. Some people don't like to hear us say it, but we got to talk the truth. Some countries could only afford $300. Some countries could only afford $600. Some countries could only afford $603. The smallest country offering the most, $1,000. Over 5,000 persons. Over 5,000 persons have benefited so far. And every day, the Social Security is processing more. We're working a plan with Granny and the bus operators to see what special we can do to the bus operators who did not register as self-employed persons with Social Security. We recognize, really, that they should have taken the opportunity to register as a self-employed, pay whatever they could manage to pay, because they can choose what they want to pay as a self-employed. And all like now, so they would have been the first to claim because they would have contributed to the scheme. But we understand that not all time we get it right. And so people, for whatever reason may determine, they're not going to pay no self-employed because they really don't know what the future holds. And they think it will always be good. COVID-19 comes to teach us a lesson about financial management. COVID-19 comes to remind us that there will be a time in our life when all we could rely upon will be ourselves. All we have is us. So we have to treat ourselves better. Nonetheless, Granny has made a good case. And so we have asked the technicians. And I also want to commend Permanent Secretary Bishop Ron Collins for working with the bus operators. Give him and Granny a round of applause. We have something now which we are considering. And very shortly, we will announce something big for the bus operators. Yes, it is lovely. Give your government a round of applause. I want to remind you, as part of our stimulus package, we did say we're not going to charge you no water for April, for May, and for June. We did it for you. I appreciate your thanks. We did say that for the next couple of months, don't worry about no electricity bill. Do not worry about it. Team Unity has you covered. I did say to the nurse lady, when she said they have to pay $100 and odd from the terminal for the bar. I said, nuts lady, scrap that, forget that. Forget that. For Team Unity, not going to let $280-something kill you and confuse you. That is why we announced $500 a month top up. Best government, all them things in place for ordinary people. And what is so nice about it, PAM get it, PLP get it, Labour get it, CCM get it, NRP get it, and them who not PP, they also get it. They also get it. We are there for everybody. Our philosophy is inclusion. Our philosophy is an all of society approach. Bring all heads to the table, and ultimately the government will do what is right, because the government has to be the decider. That's what you elect us to do. So some people could say and make their contribution. We welcome it. But we are serving you. We have to use our judgment, and we have to take into account what Bruce Roberts said. We got to take into account what Werner said. We have to take into account what Cantor said. We have to take into account what Carla said. We have to take into account what the hairdresser Karen said. And we could go on and on. What Rosa Taylor said, what Trez said, what Trez's mother said. Everybody got a say. But some people suddenly believe that they have more say than you. With the forwardness.
I'm not afraid, no. No, I'm not afraid. No,
Forwardness. So they want to go on radio and tell us what we must do. And if we ain't do it, they say we bad. We so good that some of them work for us for 5 years, draw all that they can out of the treasury, until we decided we have to put an end to the bingo, take away the O from them. And that created a vexation. All of them, worthless. All of them, until they could not get their own way. The government was good. And now all of a sudden, birds of a feather, fake, they're gone back. They're like 3 blind mice, gone back to the past, rather than going to the future. There is no future in looking back like they are looking back. So do not bother with them. Don't even bother to listen to them. They are just a distraction. And when the 5th of June comes, you will say to them, you all are jokers. You all have no conscience. You all are the same people who tell us that how bad Denzel Douglas was. And you all gone back to hug up and kiss up the man that was. Man, come on. Shame! Shame!
You have got tired, missing the face. Can't get me out of the race. Oh man, you said I'm in your place. And then you drive out.
And now, them a play smart. They understand that Team Unity is on a victory train. They understand that. They could feel it. I mean, I hear and I could feel it. Can't stop, you know. But that doesn't mean that they will not try. They will try and they will pull this trick and that trick. But you have to keep your eye on the ball. Be focused. Continue your campaign for the return of team unity so our country could move forward to the stronger and safer future. I want to commend the hotelier, Richard Boone, Timothy Beach Hotel, who came forward tonight, and despite all the nonsense, those people who have no conscience, no patriotic pride, would say about Ian Patches Liburd. Boone don't need no government to live. Them there who are criticized, they need a government to live off of it. Some say they are lawyer. Nobody will go to them. They can't even do a good dog bite case. They will lose that case. No wonder some of them don't go in a court. They ain't going to do them kind of thing there. So they need a government that they can control. But tell them they can't control Dr. Harris. It's better than that. And they can't control Ian Patches Liburd. Ian stronger than that. Imagine they call up Ian. Ian a go walk. Ian a walk, brisk, brisk, brisk. And them a keep up with Ian. And every time they walk, them a tell Ian, I got an interest in the port. I got an interest in the pier. Poor Ian, you know. Tell them you know the bank. But them a tell you they got an interest for $5 million. A lawyer man asks for. That we must give his client the job so that he could get $5 million. Them are crazy people. Them are crazy people. And now they come talking about good governance. You understand? No wonder the U.S. government refused them entry when they were minister of government. No wonder. No wonder. And all of them are the same. All of them are the same. That same lawyer said that he will stop the poor unless we gave his client the job. He said he will go to get an injunction. We went all the way to Trinidad to an international firm. Had the firm look at all the bids put in. When the international people came to cabinet, they told us the very thing that Bonkampo tell us, for he was up at the port. They tell us the same thing the financial secretary told us, that the client of the lawyer man had the worst bid. It didn't make no sense. But because he would receive $5 million from them, US, he wanted us to give away our second pair. And we say, no, that bingo not gonna work. If you get the B, you get the I, you get the N, you get the G, you're not gonna get the O. And that is where the problem came. And that is why they're so bitter now. And that is why they're saying, oh, they don't want nobody to vote for Ian. They're not going to vote. Well, who cares? I have never worried as a politician about who gone. My job is to bring more in. Bring more in. some who are there with you, you have to say no, not all of these people. The battle must be for those who will hold steady, not turn backwards. At the lowest challenge, we have had that in the Bible. I'll get the scripture. Too many, you can forget now. Too many of them were going towards the battle. The Lord said, you don't need all of that excess. Clear them. Clear them. And now they are cleared. We have a better team. A more united team that they can't come in between. We stand stronger and safer with what we have. More united, more energized than we would have been had we given them the $5 million. If they already feel they're so big and they're so better than us, how much more they would have feel if they get the 5 million. And if we gave them the 5 million, how you would get your Social Security? How you would get your $500? They ain't care about that. So I say thank you to the people. We have a plan to rebuild the country after COVID-19. Only Team Unity is talking about the future. Patches Liebert is telling you what he has done. He don't do that. He has done that for the people of East Bastia. He has given you a brand new dental facility. He done that. He has improved and upgraded the sporting facility at Pan Pasha, at the Kim Collins Stadium. He has done that. He has cleared the Brand Street of the traffic congestion. He has done that. He has delivered homes for the people of East Bastia. Patches Liebert has done that. Comfortable houses, bigger and more spacious. We paint them. We give you space so that your washing machine doesn't have to be on your veranda as it was on the Douglas Labour. Yes. And they want to kill him dead. They'll never do that, and Ian, are we in the magazine? Man gone, man ya, in your magazine. Man gone, man ya, in your magazine. You cannot continue to never start in your magazine. Start out from scratch and do that you smart in your magazine. They want what's in my head. They want to see me dead, but I can't do that because of in your magazine. I want, in wrapping up, to say to Patches how proud I am that as a representative that has been so busy, he has been among the most busy of the ministers. Second coup spear that couldn't happen in 20 years at Douglas Labour. Patches and Team Unity delivered that. Island Main Road that could not have been resurfaced for 27 years plus. Ian Patches Liebert delivered that. Renovation at our airport, Ian Patches Liebert delivered that. He has been busy. He has been busy working for an entire country, and we could see the fruits of his labor. And so my appeal to you in East Bastia, Patches has overperformed as a minister. We need you to reward him for competent service to the people of East Bastia and for the country. And I say to you, lend him your vote. Lend him. He will earn it. If he doesn't earn it, if he doesn't perform as well in his second term as he did in his first term, you pull it back. You pull it back. And I will pull it back from him too. But because you got to be fair. You got to be fair, not so Bruce. You got to be fair. And when you give Ian Patrice Libert that second chance, he must love you more. He must love you more the second time around. And he must work his heart and his soul out for the people of East Bastia. So I say thank you to him for his commitment to continue to serve. And thanks to you. We have a plan for fisheries development. We have a plan for the farmers. We have a plan for the young entertainers and talented people. We have a plan for the people from the Spanish community, the Cubanos, Dominicanos. Estamos la partida para toda la gente. El viernes. 5 votes. 5 votes. And Friday. 5 votas. 5 votas para mi amigo Patrice Libert, the heart. Thank you. Un placer, mis amigos.
Sí, sabes que ya llevo un rato mirándote. Tengo que bailar contigo hoy.
I want to end on a note of thank you to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We take this privilege and honor to serve the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We take it very seriously. We know that you have a choice, and we thank you for having chosen us in 2015 and for your commitment to return us for our second term on the 5th of June. We encourage you to go out in every alleyway, speak to every friend, speak to every neighbor in East Bastia. Cast your X for the hat, Ian Patrice Libert. In number 2, cast your X for John L. Powell. Put it next to the hat. In number 3, cast your X for Akila Byron Nisbet. Yes, you can. Put it by the saw. In number 4, our best Minister of Tourism, Lindsey Grant, cast your X for the hat. In number 5, the Deputy Essential, no gimmicks, no tricks, cast your vote for the Honorable Sean Richards. In number 6, try something new. Vote for Kevin Williams, cast your X for the South. In number 8, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, cast your X for the hat. In number 9, the Honorable Mark Bantley. Number 10, Eric Evelyn. Number 11, Alexis Jeffers. And most of all, in number 7, let it be known, it shall be Timothy Harris again. Thank you. God bless you. I love you. I love you.
Just like a holiday.
Love all the man them rolling up.
Thank you so much for viewing tonight. And remember, for more information on your Team Unity candidates, log on to teamunity2020.com. There you would find all of our individual plans for our communities. And see you at our next virtual meeting. And I have the pleasure to introduce to you tonight our final act for this evening, Vakil and the Roots Band.